What is happening, everyone? Welcome to Dr. Prepper. Today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my favorite light source when it comes to not having any power. Whether you are at home and for whatever reason the power has went out and you need a light source, or if you are out camping or whatnot and you need a light source. The answer to your problem is going to be none other than a lantern. In my opinion, the lantern is the answer when it comes to needing light output for an extended period because you have no other power. Now, I have a couple of different lanterns set up here in all kinds of different price points. We have the Energizer lantern right here. I forget what model they call this, but this ranges about 15 to 20 bucks. Then we have the Embark Pro lantern here, which is about 20 to 30 bucks depending. I've seen them on sale for cheaper than that, but let's just say around 20 bucks. Then we have the Olight Lantern Pro 2 here, which these are going to range right around the $80 price point. And then we have the Sofirn BLF LT1, which that's going to range right around $80. I think they retail for $85. And then I haven't seen them without a discount code. Now, I will have links in the description for all four of these, and I will specifically have links and discount codes for the BLF LT1. I can't remember what the percentage off is with the code. I want to say it's 20%. But let's get into some of the specs on some of these lanterns. We have the Energizer lantern here. Now, we will be turning these on and checking all this stuff out. So bear with me here. We will be turning them on, so watch your eyes. I will let you know when we're going to turn them on, and we're going to turn on the Energizer one right now. Now, this one is capable of taking in 3 D cells and 3 AAA batteries, or 3 AA batteries, I'm sorry. And you have 3 different modes. You have high mode, which is going to be 500 lumens. And then I think it breaks down to 250. Then you have moonlight mode, which is basically kind of just like a lantern mode, low lantern mode. And I believe on low, the medium setting here, these can run for around 150 hours, which is quite a bit of runtime. Now we go to the Embark here. Now, I believe this is specific to Target, but don't quote me on that. I have a couple of each of these, and then I have a couple other lanterns, but these were kind of my main ones that I typically will use in a situation that I need lighting. Now, watch your eyes. We have 500 lumens of bright white light here coming from these LED candlesticks. There are 4 of them. And then we go down to low, and then that has SOS mode. It also lets you know that there is power running to this even if it is off. This runs off specifically 3 D cell batteries. Typically, batterized lanterns where it's an external battery like these two, it's typically going to be D cell, but in the case of the Energizer, they put a nice little touch in there where you can use 3 AAAs, and that's what this is actually running on right now. I didn't throw any D cells in it just because I didn't have to. I threw a couple AAAs in it. Now, best way to store these is without the batteries in them, guys. If I am using, or if I have these lanterns hung up where I keep them, I keep the batteries outside of the unit, and I keep them right next to where I store these. That way, if I need one, I can grab that, grab the batteries, throw them in, and go to business. But you don't want to leave them in there, especially specific ones like this one, where this is actually drawing a little bit of power even when it is off. This is basically so at nighttime, you know where the face of it is, and basically you can find the button to turn it on. So definitely recommend keeping the batteries out of them, plus corrosion and that sort of thing. Now let's move over to the Olight. Now this is when we bump up into internal batteries and a little bit higher price range, but you're going to be getting a little bit more features and you're going to get a little bit more capability with these. Now this one's pushing 300 lumens max output. On the very low mode, you have this nice warm yellow light, and as you turn it up, you are going to get to a brighter white light, which also runs around the rim of the lantern and gets pretty bright. 300 lumens, which is not bad. And I believe, don't quote me, but I believe on the high setting, which is 300 lumens, you're going to get about 7 days of runtime. And that's going to vary depending on your climate and the situation that you're in. If you're going to be needing these in an emergency, a lights out situation, definitely run them on as low lumens as you possibly can. The other awesome feature about this lantern is you have quick charge and you have the capability to run a USB off of this, and this acts as an internal power bank. So you could get a charge to your phone or what have you, whatever you may need to charge up a little bit. If this is fully charged, you will be able to get a decent charge. Now you can charge this, I believe, through the USB-C, or you can charge it through their proprietary charger, the circular proprietary charger, which this comes with. You also get a carry handle and a hang handle, which is the case with every single one of these. You get a carry and hang handle there, and then you get a carry and hang handle there. And also, this one has one so you can hang it from the bottom here. Now we're getting to the one with the most capability, which is going to be the Sofirn BLF LT1, this has the most capability out of all of these. It's got so much that it's capable of that I have yet to fully understand the way everything works. But it's a very simple UI, a very simple user interface. You just use this button, but there are different modes that you can put this lantern in with just a couple clicks of the button. Now to turn it on, you just push the button, and then you can cycle through the modes by holding it in. Once it gets to low, it'll stop there. And then if you need to go back up, you hold it back in and it'll go to high. Now this bad boy will get up to 800 lumens. And it also has a lantern feature by triple clicking, I think. Is it triple click? Now, the other thing I wanted to say about this lantern is that I've been running this lantern for the last 10 days, right about medium mode, which is right there. I've been running it for the last 10 days for about 5 to 6 hours a night. So we're talking almost 60 hours on medium mode. And I'm talking about in very cold conditions where it's at right now, where I am. It gets pretty cold out here. I have to run some heaters to keep warm out here. So this is enduring a lot of adversity when it comes to the climate. These are stored inside. This also stays outside here with me. And this also endures quite the climate, from very hot in the summer to very cold. And this has held up very well. But the thing is, as you can see here, the Energizer is a big boy. Then we get to the Embark, and that's a little bit smaller than the Energizer. Now, the Olight is kind of its own thing. This is based off of a classic design. You know, that's why it looks the way it does, and that's why I bought it, because it's such a classic look, such a clean look. Now, if you're looking for something like that, then the Olight is going to be the way to go. But if you're looking for pure performance, the BLF LT1 is going to be the way to go. Look at the size difference compared to these other three. You can literally hold this in your hand like a big flashlight, and you have a ton of capability in your hand with this guy. It has a little handle here that you can hang this up by, and you can also get an aftermarket piece that acts as a magnet, so you can put this on your refrigerator or your vehicle or whatever. And I think they're a couple bucks, not a huge deal. And then this also has the capability of being put on a tripod. It's tooled so that way you can put this on a tripod and move it around however you see fit. Now, this guy is going to be very water resistant, and it is drop proof up to, I think, 2 meters, which is impressive because these are water resistant, and so is the Olight lantern. And I believe this says 1 meter, but I wouldn't want to put that to the test with this guy, where these are made out of plastic. This has some glass in it, so, you know, and it is protected by that body, but it wouldn't be something I would want to test. Now, this is kind of a combination of all three of these. The cool thing about this is it runs off 4 18650 batteries, which, guys, that is a ton of power. Once these are all charged up, like I said, I've been running this for 10 days right now and still going strong. Each one is 3,000 milliamp hours, and it is just simply impressive. If you go to some of the different lantern reviews, this is, in regards, one of the best lanterns that you can get that money can buy. This is actually a collaboration with Sofirn, and I forget the other company, but it's a collaboration design, and it is just executed to perfection. Now, you charge these batteries individually, or I believe you can charge it right through here, but don't quote me on that. But what this does act as also does the Olight, as a battery bank. So you can plug into this, and I believe it's 15 watts back out. And I believe the Olight is the same. 15 watts back out. So when these are fully charged, you're going to be able to run this for an extended period. Plus, you'll be able to charge another device. The idea is capability and getting the most for your money. Of course, you could go out and buy a couple of these, but then you need D-cell batteries, which aren't the cheapest thing in the world, and you're not getting near as much function as this one is going to give you. Now, if you just need something for looks, then of course the Olight, you know, the way that it is designed, that's what it's designed for. This isn't really designed for performance. It actually has lower lumen and modes than these cheaper models here, where these are both 500. This is only 300. The Sofirn here is going to run up to 800 lumens, which, if you need to really brighten up a room or something, this is going to give you a ton of different capability. Now, like I said, guys, we're going to do a full in-depth overview of this guy once I get all of the user interface down, because, like I said, there is so much involved with this UI that I have not understood it all yet. There's lantern modes. There's different lighting modes from soft white to warm light, and just a bunch of different settings, all done by this button. So it's something I have to kind of figure out. The other thing I wanted to mention was this Energizer one can also act as a battery bank, but I believe, if you were to use that on your phone, it's going to drain the batteries on this pretty good. Now, if you have the D cells in there and the AAAs, it's going to have a little bit longer of a lifespan, but once you start trying to charge something off this, you're going to really kill this. Whereas if you're charging something from 4 18650 rechargeable batteries, you're going to get a lot longer life out of the lantern if you had to charge something up. Now, the reason I think this one is the way to go, not only all the reviews and all the people that have raved about this lantern, but just my experience with a bunch of different lanterns. I have external battery lanterns, I have rechargeable lanterns, I have propane lanterns. So I have a lot of different lanterns and quite a bit of experience using them. And this one's going to give you the most features, kind of the most bang for your buck, the most light out of any of these, and it's going to be the most durable one as well. This is a solid aluminum frame here, and if you were to hold one of these, anyone who has one of these will also tell you this thing is built like a tank. It is absolutely solid all the way around. It has big O-rings in here to keep those batteries from getting wet if this were to get, really covered in rain. If you're to drop this, you're going to be in pretty good shape, depending on how far the fall is. The other thing I love lanterns for, guys, is, like I might have said earlier, I love flashlights, and I have a bunch of flashlights. I have dozens of them. But the thing is, the beam is concentrated into one spot. These are great to have on you when you're out doing your day-to-day things, or if you have to go out searching for something and you need light to be pushed out, right? But in the case of lights out or camping or something like that, a lantern is going to give you 360 degrees of light, and that's where this one comes in really powerful. You get all the lighting, the 360 degree lighting, but this is going to push out lumens like a big flashlight will. 800 lumens, guys. This thing has the capability to basically brighten up this 10 by 10 room all by itself. So it's very impressive, and it has a ton of other functions. Like I mentioned, we will be doing a full overview of this guy here very soon on the Dr. Prepper channel. I just wanted to do a little insight and a little bit of my input as to what way to go if you're looking to start a lights out kit, or you need specific camping gear, and basically you are looking for lighting sources, right? A lantern is going to be the way to go, no question about it, especially these days with some of these newer lanterns. The capabilities that they have are just incredible. The ability to push out 800 lumens, as well as being built like a tank. It's not going to break on you. The ability to get wet and keep running. The ability to be a charging station. This acts as a charging station. It's incredible what they have been able to put into these lanterns. It's very impressive. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comments. Any other comments, leave it down there below. I love hearing from you guys. Let me know what some of your favorite light sources are. Are you as big of a fan of lanterns as I am? I really would love to know and hear from you guys. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Making this video was a huge pain in the ass. So hit that thumbs up for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, if you are new to the channel or you've been here before and you're not subscribed to the channel and you just sat through that whole video, you might as well hit the subscribe button down below the video. I'd love to have you here anyway. Otherwise, guys, I'll throw up a couple new videos. Go check one of them out, and I will catch you on the next one.